it's great to see you. Welcome to our second Cajon lesson. So if you haven't yet seen the first Cajon lesson, you need to go and see that first, because there's a lot of things about the Cajon that I explained in that video that I won't be recapping today. But you might have noticed I'm not on my own today. I've got some friends with me. So who have I got? I've got Costas here.
Hello everyone.
We've got Fred here.
Hi guys.
And we've got Tim.
Hi everyone.
Great. So we are also, you might have noticed the images we've got behind. This is a different image from what I had last time. Well, you see, that's because the Cajon might have originated in Peru, like I was telling you yesterday, but nowadays you might find it played all over the world. And actually, instruments very similar to a Cajon developed around the world as well. And so we might well find that what we know as a Cajon, some people might argue actually comes from somewhere that's not Peru. One of the places that you might find a Cajon is in the Caribbean and in Trinidad. So we've got some lovely tropical island images behind us. And there in Trinidad, the style of music they play is called Calypso. And we're going to go straight to Costas, who is going to show us how to play a Calypso rhythm on our Cajons.
So hello everyone. The words that I'm going to use for our Calypso rhythm on Cajon are the following. Play, Calypso, play, Calypso, play, Calypso, let's play Calypso. Now, did you notice that the fourth time I'm changed the words? So once more, 3, 4, play, Calypso, play, Calypso, play, Calypso, let's play Calypso. Now we're going to play this as body percussion. Ready, steady, here we go. Play, Calypso, play, Calypso, play, Calypso, let's play Calypso, play, Calypso, play, Calypso, play, Calypso, let's play Calypso. Now, I'm going to play the same rhythm on my Cajon, and I'm going to start with my strong hand playing the bass note in the middle of my box, and every time I say play, actually, I'm going to use my strong hand and I'm going to play the bass. So, here it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play. Calypso, play. Calypso, play. Calypso, let's play Calypso, play. Calypso, play. Calypso, play. Calypso, let's play Calypso. Thank you very much. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you so much, Costas. That's great. Now, again, this is one of the things, we have in our team. We're all professional drummers and percussionists, and a lot of stuff we do looks quite easy. What Costas did then, he made it look very easy, but actually it's slightly tricky. It's that bit at the end, let's play Calypso. You've got to do a double with one of your hands, and that takes a little bit tricky stuff. You know that stuff I was talking about yesterday with that Peruvian Cajon playing? There's one bit where we've got to do 2 notes in a row with one hand, so it's a similar kind of thing. Just takes a little bit of practice. Okay, so that's our Cajon pattern. Shall we move on to some clave? Let's see, Tim, are you there?
I am, I'm here, hi.
Great, Tim, you're a little bit stuttery today, but let's see how we get on with some clave. So, Tim, what can we do for our clave rhythm?
Well, clave, I'll just show them to you before we talk about the rhythm. You'll have seen lots of different versions of these. This is a pair that actually got holes through the middle, but 2 pieces of wood, basically, that you tap together. But at home, you may have lots of different things that you can use. I found a couple of rolling pins, would you believe? So they're a lot bigger compared to the clave, but they still make a great sound when you tap them together. Yeah? So, if you can find anything that you can tap together safely, even, dare I say it, a couple of pencils might even work for you. The way we're going to do it is, we're going to play a rhythm that has the words play, clave, play, clave, play, clave. And you can hear it's not play, clave, play, clave. It's not the same distance between the notes all the time. So it's got that little kind of twerky, kind of dancey feel to it. So it goes like this. Play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave. Let's try that by clapping it, shall we? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave. Okay, very good. So then you need to get your clave out, whatever you've got. and tap them together. So, and when we hold the clave, we have a special little trick that we do, which is, can you see there? There's a hole that I can put my other clave through. So you start, you put the clave in your palm, then you put the other piece on top and pull the bottom one out, and that leaves you with your little hole. So then it makes it sound a lot nicer. So it goes like this. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave. There you go. That's your clave part. Back to you, Mike.
Thanks so much, Tim. Hey, I tell you what, we've got a little bit of juttery coming there all the way from Trinidad, where Tim is next to his hammock there. He's slightly juttery, but we kind of just about got that rhythm. Play, clave, play, clave. Great, really nice. And nice explanation of how to hold them properly as well. Lovely. Thank you. Okay, so what have we got next? We've got some Fred. So Fred, you're going to show us how to play a tambourine part that we could put in our Calypso as well, yeah?
Yep, hello. So if you watched our South African videos, then you'll know how to play this because it's exactly the same rhythm on the tambourine. So what we need to do is we need to bring the tambourine over our bodies first. That's really important. And then we're going to use our other hand, so it'll probably be our weaker hand because we'll be holding the tambourine with our strong hand to tap the tambourine on. So we're just going to do all fours. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you've got something you can play as a tambourine, if you've got one of your homemade shakers, or even better, a homemade tambourine, or just your hands, you can go, here we go, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not that easy. So it's not just the 4 taps, 2, 3, 4. We're also going to shake it for 4 in between each one. So we're going to go like this. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be a little bit tricky. So let's just give that a try, whatever you're using. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And stop. Lovely. Well done.
Thank you so much, Fred. That's great. And again, that's one of those things that takes a bit of practice to try and get that shaking in time and get your hands all coordinated. It does take a little bit of practice. Okay, so the other thing that might be in a Calypso as well is some shakers. In the Caribbean, you'd get some maracas. Now, we as percussionists, we get bit fussy when we see people play shakers not particularly well, because you get some people just kind of shake them all over the place and it never sounds particularly rhythmic. Go and have a look at our Cuban videos, because in all of our Cuban videos we spent quite a long time explaining how to hold maracas properly, how to shake them so you get a really nice rhythmic sound out of them. Now for these ones here, I'm going to kind of echo a bit of the part that Tim was playing. So you know Tim's part was play, clave, play, clave. So I'm going to accent that, right? Play, clave, play, clave, play, clave. So you notice that what I was doing there, I've kind of got my lower position to create that. Then for the accents, I'm bringing my maraca a little bit higher up there and kind of shaking it and flicking it a bit harder so we get a louder sound. Now because of that play, clave, it's got that kind of dancey rhythm that Tim was explaining. You can't do it when you're doing one hand after the other like that with our rhythm. You can't get all the accents with the same hand. If you start with your right hand, the next one's going to be the left, and then it's back to the right. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave. So that's maracas. Of course, if you don't have maracas, you might have some shaky eggs here you can do instead. Play, clave, play, clave, play, clave. Now, if you've only got one shaky egg, what you've got to do is you've got to kind of go forwards and backwards with it, and the first loud one is forwards, the next loud accent is backwards, and then it's back forwards again. So it's play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave. And again, that just takes a little bit of practice to do that. But also, I can see Tim there in the background. Tim has got some other things. So maybe if you don't have maracas at home, or you don't have shakers at home, Tim, what can you use instead?
Well, you can use pretty much anything that you can put something inside. So I just quickly had to do a quick change because one of these had rice in it and the other one had coffee beans, broad beans in it, not coffee beans, which meant they were making two very different noises. So, but now they're two similar sounds, and that means that you can use them as your maracas. So, play, carve, play, carve, play, carve, play, carve. Yeah. So then you find anything. I found a fantastic little pot that had Parmesan cheese in it the other day, and it's perfect to fit in your hand and put a bit of rice in or something like that. Not cooked, because then it doesn't make any noise at all. Okay, make sure it's dry, whatever you put in there. Okay, thanks, Mike.
Brilliant, Tim. Yeah, that's a very important point. And also, whatever you're using as well, if you are making a junk one, just check with grown-ups where you are that you are allowed to use whatever you want to be using, and you're not using something that's very expensive or something that perhaps was going to be used for cooking. So, tell you what, should we put these parts together? So we've got Costas's part, the play, Calypso, play, Calypso, play, Calypso. Let's play Calypso. We got Tim's play, clave, play, clave. We've got Fred's nice tambourine part, and we've got my maraca part. So if we put this all together, then hopefully it will sound like a really nice Caribbean calypso. Shall we give it a go? Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, and you can pick whichever one of those you want. You might be limited depending on what instruments that you've got to be using. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Nice. Play calypso, play calypso, play calypso. Let's play calypso, play calypso, play. Yeah. Again, we got Tim's play, clave, play, clave, play, clave, play, clave. And I'm echoing that rhythm on my maracas. And we got Fred's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Now, if you've got some other instruments at home, maybe you could swap to something else and still see if you can stay in time. Play calypso, play calypso, play calypso. Let's play calypso, play calypso, play calypso. Play, carve, play, carve, play, carve, play, carve. Wow, well done everyone, absolutely fantastic. Hey, so that's not the end of the lesson. Like we always say, there's a quiz on the website where you can go and test yourself to see if you can remember everything that we have taught you today. Because we've taught you lots of names of instruments, lots of different rhythms and things. So it'd be great to see if you can remember all of that. And then we will see you next time for our third one. Thanks so much everyone, bye.